What's up, everybody? Today I'm gonna do a manga collection update. I'm gonna just do a quick little pan over everything, and then I'm gonna show you all the covers as I talk about each one. First up, we have Air Gear volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I watched all of the anime of Air Gear, and it was cut short. It was pretty good, but I do like the manga a lot better. It's a lot less censored. It's a little bit funnier. The story is better. Air Gear is about these things called air treks, which are basically rollerblades with engines on them, and about gangs that ride these air treks, and they have, gang battles and territory fights and a bunch of crazy stuff. It's kind of like how skateboarding is in real life with, graffiti and stickers and all kinds of stuff, but a lot more exaggerated and intense. So yeah, that's Air Gear. Here's all the back covers. Next up, we have Owie House, Omnibus Collection 1 and 2. And Owie House was alright. Not the best. But it was a fun read. Pretty cheap. Let me think, what was the price? It's only $11 for the Omnibus, so altogether you only pay $22 for the whole thing. It was pretty fun, I guess. It was alright. Didn't get made into an anime, and for a good reason. It wasn't that good. Back covers. Next up, we have Attack on Titan, volumes 1, 2, 4, and 5. I'm missing volume 3, and that bothers me. I hate when I miss volumes. It's not fun. But, what are you gonna do? Anyways, if you haven't heard of Attack on Titan, I feel sorry for you. Just look it up. It is the best anime of 2013, hands down, and if not, maybe one of the best animes ever, even though it's not even finished. So, yeah, definitely check it out. It's, basic premises, it's pretty much about giants, and they want to destroy humanity. That's the basic premise, and it's about the humanity fighting back. So, I'm pretty sure most of you who are watching this have probably seen this or read this or heard of it, but if you haven't watched the anime, you need to go do that right now. Find it on the internet somewhere, and please watch it. And here are the back covers. Next we have Bakuman, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. I'm missing volume 8 because I'm stupid, so, there's that. Thought I was on volume 9, but I'm on volume 8. So, yeah, like I said, I hate having missing volumes, and, kind of bothers me. But what are you going to do? Anyways, Bakuman is by the same creators of Death Note, if you didn't know. And it is freaking amazing. It's about these high schoolers who want to team up and make manga together. One's a writer and one's the artist. And that it's kind of like if the creators of Death Note, Tsugumi and Takeshi, if they pretty much made like a life story of them in a manga form. I don't know if they did it in high school. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but I think that's where it kind of comes from. It kind of comes from what they went through as a team and stuff like that. And it's freaking amazing, especially if you love manga. This is definitely something you need to pick up. And here are the back covers. Now we got Black Cat, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Black Cat was alright. It's, if you like shonen, it's something to pick up. I haven't seen the anime, so I don't know how good that is, but I don't know. If you're kind of running out of shonen to watch to read, and you just feel like watching a shonen, this one's it's a pretty good pickup. I'm not really going to say much about the plot or anything. It's just pretty average shonen in my opinion, but I enjoy it nonetheless. And the back covers. Next up we have Brody's Ghost, volumes 1, 2, and 3. If you haven't heard of Brody's Ghost, then you probably haven't heard of Mark Crilley. Mark Crilley is a YouTuber who does how to draw manga videos, and he's freaking amazing. So if you like drawing, you want to check out Mark Crilley, go to YouTube. You're probably on it by now, hopefully, and just type in Mark Crilley. And he's freaking cool, and he has made Brody's Ghost and also Makey Falls, which I'll show you next. I think book 4 is out, but I don't really remember. But if it is, I don't have it, so kind of sucks. I should get it. But yeah, Brody's Ghost. It's not going to say too much about the plot. You should just check out Mark Crilley's YouTube channel, and I don't know. I'd say it's pretty good. Like, if trying not to be biased towards Mark Crilley since I like him so much, if I were to give it a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it like a solid 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. But since it is Mark Crilley, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. So, there you go. And the back covers. Next we have Chibi Vampire, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chibi Vampire is okay. To be honest, I started getting Chibi Vampire when I first started collecting manga, and I just kind of saw it and randomly picked it up because it looked pretty cool. But, so back then I didn't know too much about manga, but it's pretty good. If you're looking for another type, like fantasy romance type thing, shoujo, then you should give it a try. Not the best, but I'd say it's pretty okay. It's pretty good. Give it like a 7.5 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10. I don't know if I'm going to collect the rest of this. Not completely sure. To be honest, I probably won't, but you know what? I have so many volumes of it already. I feel like I might as well finish it off. But it's not the best one, and it's one of my more girly ones, which I don't really care about that, but it's, That's all I gotta say about it. Meh. And the back covers. The next one, of course, is Death Note, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Can't really say much about Death Note. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's seen it or read it. If you haven't, I definitely suggest that you do. It's pretty amazing. Give it a 10 out of 10. One of the best manga ever, arguably. And yeah, I'm not really going to say much about it just because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you, and if you have seen it, you've seen it. So yeah, I'm not really going to say much about it other than get the box set. It's better and cheaper, and it's worth the money if you have it. Way better than just getting the singles individually, and then you'll have the whole series all at once, and you can just read away without worrying about not having the next volume. So get the box set, which I'll be showing you towards the end of the video. And the back covers. I also have volume 13, How to Read, which is basically a it's like an encyclopedia, a little bit of Death Note. Whatever, I forget what they're called, but you know what I mean. And the back. Next up we have Gundam Wing Ground Zero. I haven't read this. I haven't read any Gundam, and I haven't seen any Gundam. But I saw this, my mom's a teacher, and I saw it with a bunch of her kids' books. And I was like, and she was going to get rid of them. She was going to donate them. And I was like, can I have this? This is a manga, and it's Gundam, which is pretty popular. I kind of want it. She's like, sure, go ahead. So I might read it sometime, but probably not. But I would put this with my, where I put all my random volumes of manga, but it just didn't fit where I put them, so yeah. And here's the back cover. Now we have Inukami, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inukami's another okay one. A lot of my okay, decent, whatever series are when I was first started collecting manga and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I just kind of picked up whatever looked cool on the cover. But it's not bad, but it's not that great either. To be honest, I don't remember too much about the story. It's been a while since I read them, and I don't even know if it's complete yet, like if it's been canceled or if it's been complete or if they're still going. I don't know what's going on with it. Haven't really checked it out. But you know, it's an okay pickup. It's alright. I forgot to mention that it's like a harem, but yeah, it's a harem pretty much. And the back covers. Next up, we have Maximum Ride, a graphic novel by James Patterson, which I'm pretty sure was originally a book, but then it got turned into a graphic novel, which is pretty cool. I don't really read regular like books. I just pretty much read manga. But so I don't really know James Patterson that much, but I thought Maximum Ride was okay. Yeah, not like one of the best ones. Again, this is another one I collected when I first started collecting manga, and I saw James Patterson, and I'm like, oh, he's, you know, the guy who did a bunch of books. I don't really know, but, you know, he's pretty famous, and he made a graphic novel, so I wanted to check it out. If you love James Patterson, and if you love manga, then you should definitely check this out. I will say that the art is pretty damn good. Just in case you were wondering, no, James Patterson did not draw it. He hired someone to draw it, so, you know, don't be like, what? James Patterson draws, too? And here's the back covers. I don't like that they did scenery for 1, 3, and 4, but not 2. That kind of upsets me. I hate when they don't coincide with each other. Next up, we have Miki Falls. I mentioned this earlier, by Mark Crilley. I think it's pretty okay. Again, I'll probably rate it like a 8.5, maybe 8 out of 10. I'm pretty generous with my ratings. But, yeah, it's pretty alright. I will say the art, I wish he didn't do this style of art, because I kind of don't like it. I like his art that he does, the art style he does in his videos, but he changed it for Miki Falls. I like the art style better in Brody's Ghost. That's how this should have been. Or maybe I don't know. I don't like the way Miki Falls looks in this. And the back covers. Now we have Negima, volumes 1, 2, 3, and 11. I'm very sad that I only have 4 volumes. I picked up volume 11 when Borders was going out of business, and they had a, you know, going out of business sale. And I'm like, you know what? I've watched the anime. It was pretty good. Now I have this volume. I might as well start collecting the rest. And I only collected 3 volumes, and then I kind of stopped because I forgot how amazing Negima is. It's pretty freaking awesome. It's about this little kid who's a magician, and he teaches a class of girls because he's like a genius or whatever, and it's part of his test to become a full-fledged magician. And I forget how old he is, but he's pretty young, and he's teaching a I don't remember if it was middle schoolers or high schoolers. I don't really remember. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think it's still ongoing. Not the anime, but the manga. And I'm very, very sad. I'm going to start collecting this again. I think after I get my missing volume of Attack on Titan, and then I might start getting Bakuman, but then I'll get Negima, because I want more of it. It's pretty awesome. I like the artwork, I like the story, I like the cover art and all that stuff, and overall I highly recommend it. I'd give it like a 9 or 9.5 out of 10, probably a 9 out of 10. Again, I'm really generous with my ratings, you know. I'm quick to give out 9s and 8s and 10s sometimes, so yeah, give it like a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. And the back covers. Next up we have Nightmare Inspector, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is complete. Again, this is another one I picked up in my early manga days. And if you're looking for a kind of a mind trip, something to weird you out and just ultimately F your brain, definitely check this out. It's really crazy. Each chapter is like its own little story most of the way through. I haven't read through it all yet because it started getting a little repetitive. I guess since I have the whole thing, I might as well finish reading it. But I haven't yet. I give it like a, I don't know, the shock value is kind of good. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It's alright. Now for the back covers. Next up we have my most favorite anime slash manga of all time, and of course that's One Piece, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I'm very sad I only have 12 volumes. There's like 66, I think, in English right now. And yeah, pretty bummed out that I don't have more. I need to start collecting more, but it's so long, it's hard to collect, and especially since I'm up to date on the anime, so I have to reread through it all, and I'm not much of a rereader slash rewatcher. It's a little hard for me to do that. But what's sad, what I've noticed is my highest volume count for a series is 12 volumes, and I need to break that barrier with One Piece. But yeah, this is like my most proud part of my collection, and my least proud because I don't have very much of it. But yeah, it's One Piece. Not going to say much about it. It's about pirates. It is one of the big three, so you probably have at least heard of it. If you watched it as a kid and didn't really enjoy it, never wanted to check it out again, please reconsider it, because you probably watched the 4Kids dubbing, which is atrocious. And you need to watch the Japanese with subtitles, or at least the Funimation dubbing, which only goes a couple hundred episodes in, but still, pretty freaking amazing. And now for the back covers. Next up we have Rao Grad, volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4, the complete little series. I haven't read it all the way through. I only read part of the first volume. It's by the same artist from Death Note and Bakuman. But from what I've heard, it's much too short. And it's pretty okay. It's pretty good. Can't really explain the story too much because I haven't read it all the way through, and I have not even read through the first volume all the way through. But the writer from Death Note wasn't in on it. And I feel like if he was, and he was going with this kind of a story, or a similar story to this, then it could have been another one of the great ones. But, oh well. Pretty good nonetheless. And now for the back covers. Next up, we have one of my most favorite series, which is Soul Eater, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I wish I had more. I need to get more. I have the entire anime on DVD, and I've seen all of it, and I don't like the way it ends. So that's why I got the manga, so it goes a different direction and it ends differently. I don't know if it's ongoing. It might be complete, might be ongoing, I'm not completely sure, but it's pretty amazing. It's pretty random and wacky and funny and action-y, and Death the Kid is my favorite character, just because he's freaking awesome, and I love his OCD, obsession with symmetry and all that stuff. It's freaking hilarious. I love it. But yeah, Soul Eater. Check it out. I will say that I love the art of Soul Eater, and I have the art book. I don't know if there's other art books, but I have one of the art books, and it's freaking amazing. It's a little expensive, but I found it for pretty cheap. But yeah, I love the art of Soul Eater. Here's the back covers. Back covers are like the most creative things ever. Last but not least, we have Soul Eater Not, which is a sort of a spin-off series of Soul Eater, which focuses on a different group of characters. And it's basically a shoujo version of the Soul Eater world. And I think it's pretty damn awesome. I don't think there's a volume 3 out. If there is, correct me, but I want there to be a volume 3. I hope it gets turned into an anime. I'm not sure it will, but I love it. It's freaking amazing. And I already did a video on it, so I'm not going to say too much about it. If you want to know more about it, either research it or look up my video on my channel called J-Dubs Recommends Soul Eater Not. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will say that the covers have a weird texture. Let me try to... I don't know, you probably can't see it, but have a different texture from anything I've ever seen. And the back covers, not much to look at. Lastly, we have Death Note. No, I'm just kidding. This is the box set. I didn't want to keep the series in this box set. It's a little dusty. But I think it looks freaking cool. But I don't like the way it would look on a shelf, and I didn't want to like hide it away. I wanted to just have the volumes just in on the shelf nicely there. But what I did is I put my random volumes of manga that are like in the middle of the series, and a lot of them I don't really plan on getting any more of. So I decided to put them in here so this box doesn't go to waste, and I can display it still for a reason. But yeah, and I don't like the way random manga volumes look on my shelf, because I'm a little OCD like that. Here's what's in here. So we have Naruto, Ninja Girls, Cat Paradise, Blackbird, The Gray Man, Claymore, The Melancholy of Haruhi-chan, My Girlfriend is a Geek, and I Am Here. Naruto, volume 26, where Naruto and Sasuke fight. I picked this up. This was my first manga I've ever got before I even knew what manga or anime was, and that was because I was in elementary school, and I picked it up at one of the book fairs that we used to have all the time, and they just randomly had a Naruto volume, and I wanted to get it, and then I got it, and yeah. I don't plan on getting the rest of Naruto just because it's so freaking long. I do like Naruto, but I told myself that I'm only going to get One Piece out of the big three, and I won't get Naruto or Bleach. Probably won't get Dragon Ball either, just because they're so freaking long, and I've already seen the anime, so there you go. First volume ever. Pretty cool. Then we have Ninja Girls, just a harem. Haven't read it yet because it's volume 4. I got most of these, well, yeah, most of them from that closeout sale I said at Borders. So that's why there's just a bunch of random volumes, because they were so cheap. Cat Paradise, I don't know what it's about. Probably a Cat Paradise. Blackbird, don't know what it's about. The Gray Man, I'd watched the anime. My friend gave this to me, Volume 1. But it is in Spanish. So, oops. Yeah. I'm not very good at Spanish. I know a little bit, but not enough to read it. Claymore, this is Volume 17. I don't know if I'm going to get the rest. I want to, but I hear it's still ongoing and it takes a long time for volumes to come out. So maybe when it completes, I don't know. If it is complete, tell me, because I'm not completely sure, but yeah, Claymore. Then, this is one of my early pickups. I heard of the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, and I thought this was it, and it is a spin-off, and I didn't know, and I was severely disappointed when I found out that this wasn't the original series, and I was like, oh, bummer, because I haven't watched it all the way through, and I have not read it all the way through, so it was a little disappointing that it wasn't the original. My Girlfriend is a Geek, Volume 2. It seems pretty cool. I didn't read it because I didn't want to spoil it in case I wanted to read it. But it seems alright. Seems like a slice of life, whatever. And then I Am Here, which is a slice of life. It's alright. it's extremely repetitive, but it's pretty cool. My camera's about to die. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my collection. I'll do one last pan over and I'll close out. Also, another thing I keep in that Death Note box is a bunch of stuff that I get from Right Stuff and whatnot. Just because I thought they're cool, a bunch of advertisements and whatever. And I wanted to keep them. So yeah, a bunch of stuff. They also come with little sticky notes that I haven't used. I don't think they're actually sticky. They're just a bunch of notes. Oh wait. No, they're sticky. Haven't really used them. I should probably use them. But yeah, pretty cool. Here's one final pan before my camera dies. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my manga collection video. I will see you guys later.